I'll lead us off. How about the celebrity picker for LSU, John Goodman, on the weekend?
I heard some mixed reviews about it.
Not as much on the actual production of his sit-in. I'm talking about his picks.
Oh.
Went 11-1
well?
on the weekend. So weekend winner was John Goodman. What'd you think? Did I take your winner?
You just snaked the hell out of
Take
Nick's
mine.
winner.
My
It's
bad,
in
right?
the document. Poor Nick was so happy.
That's not even,
Nick
that's not even on your list either,
But
Jordy.
it is on my
Oh
outer list.
my God! Enter
my
Nick
bad.
specifically before I was like, "Hey, can I get a winner?" And y'all,
Do you
yeah,
guys
man,
look
for
at
a
the
while.
document? Y'all do
No,
this
I don't.
all the
Come on,
time.
Mike. No, I
Yes, you
Sometimes
do.
I did that
you
to
do.
Nathan. I did that to Nathan. I did do that to Nathan
My
last
bad.
week.
My bad.
Jordy went rogue and just really did it.
I was going to give one
Nick,
off.
what's your weekend winner?
Just take one of Jordy's.
You know what, Nick? I think you're a weekend winner because the band was spectacular on Saturday, all day today.
Also,
Game
you let us
day.
out of the Friday show with that awesome, I don't know what it's
Mount
called.
Crushmore.
There you go, Mount Crushmore.
Yep.
Now, Crushmore, the steel drum,
I think
LSU
that Nick
fight
should
song.
still read his winner. I think
I
it's going to be
agree.
better than Jordy's.
Dive into the Goodman stuff, man.
I do have a shout out for John Goodman as well. Joseph Dyer in the huddle kind of pointed that out last hour. Also South Carolina, man. Like
Yes.
Parker White with that game-winning field goal.
I mean, and
crazy.
after he missed it as well, too. Like, we were watching that game in here. When South Carolina misses the game-winning chip shot, you thought there was no way that they would lose that game. And then with a third-string quarterback, they really threatened the end zone. And then Georgia doesn't get a yard in that second overtime. I mean, Jake Fromm looked terrible.
How about the stat when Fromm throws the ball for 30 or more times, they're 0-4. When he attempts 30 or more pass attempts, Georgia is 0-4 and he had 3 interceptions.
I can't imagine what that feels like. I mean, we're just, we got Joe Burrow. It's not even close. My first weekend winner.
Who are you going to steal it from?
I'm going down the list. Nathan's got a little. No, I'm just kidding. Zion Williamson. As I said in weekend number 1, man, I know it's kind of going on in the background. 2 more dominant preseason performances for Williamson. Just look at the opponent's quotes on Williamson's after every game. And like I said, I just love this stat. Highest ever field goal percentage for a rookie. Averaging over 20 per game in the preseason, edging out Giannis Antetokounmpo. So Zion Williamson, weekend winner. Take a bow, keep kicking ass.
My first weekend winner is me. For being 35,000 feet up in the air over the Atlantic with almost no internet connection when Mississippi State and Tennessee kicked off. Honestly, it's like the game never happened. It's basic aviation rules. If a university loses in football and no one is there to read the tweets, did they really lose?
It's all a matter, isn't,
Just aviation rules.
all of our realities are created by our own perspective. And so if you never saw the game, I mean,
Yep,
it was
like
a
it
bye
never
week.
happened.
It was a
It was
bye week.
for
It's
me.
great.
Moorhead's worst loss by far, though, huh?
Oh, God.
Moorhead's
Gotta
in
be.
trouble.
All
he's
of
in
our
trouble.
players were on the field.
Moorhead feels
all of
like
our
a trouble.
suspended players.
No more excuses?
Nope,
On the
nope, we got
suspensions?
nothing. We got
Everything's good? Yeah,
nothing.
all right.
My first weekend winner,
Wait,
Oklahoma.
We skipped Nick.
Oh, really? Really? My first winner, Oklahoma and Texas. That's right. I love sports. Watch it all the time. The entire teams for number 6 Oklahoma and 11th ranked Texas were issued an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty 30 minutes before the annual Red River Rivalry. I mean, the video shows these guys going at each other. From afar, it's just a massive clump of anger. Really good on them for putting it all out there to the point of getting called out.
I think the ref is pretty soft in this situation. There's a
agree.
little bit of jawing, a little bit of pushing, and my man literally hit every single player on both teams with an and that means if you get one more in that game, you're out for that game.
That's like that game. Mississippi State played Ole Miss, and a whole bunch of players got unsportsmanlike, and it was crazy because a bunch of people got kicked out because a lot of them got more.
I was watching Fox's pregame
It's
with
crazy.
Urban, Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, and that crew. They were in Dallas for the game, and Urban Meyer just straight goes in on the official after they make it public. Like,
Yeah, what are
the
they-
official just flagged both teams unsportsmanlike. He was like, that is incredibly soft.
Oh, think about this. That is like a soccer referee giving a yellow card to every single
Every
player on
person
both
on
teams.
the
You're
field.
almost out of here.
Let's just ratchet up the tension a little bit as we go to play this thing.
So my second winner of the weekend is the Who Dat Nation, and it's not for what they accomplished on the field yesterday. Did you see that the Pope tweeted
Yes.
at the Saints
yes.
yesterday?
He
Which
did
was
not.
awesome.
The Pope
Yeah.
doesn't
Well, kinda
understand that they're
accidentally,
NFL
kinda
hashtags.
Kind of accidentally. He was tweeting at
Shout out to the new Saints.
Yeah, he was shout out to the new Saints.
Like Teddy Bridgewater.
They're being canonized. And,
Jared Cook. Is it any surprise that he says
Jared
shout
Cook.
out to the new Saints
Jared
on a
Cook.
day where Jared Cook has another good
But
day?
he didn't
Jared Cook
realize
had a
that when
great day.
you use NFL associated hashtags, their logo shows up after the hashtag.
He probably wasn't mad at
that's
having
great.
he wasn't mad at
that's
having the
incredible.
fleur-de-lis
Oh,
pop
hell
up.
no. So the Saints quote tweeted and said, we couldn't lose after this. Saints get the big win. But how about the way that Atlanta
Pope
won
Francis.
yesterday? You mentioned how Georgia won with the missed field goal from Blankenship. Matt Bryant, the longtime place kicker for Atlanta. The Falcons stormed back in the second half yesterday, down 20-10 on the Arizona Cardinals. From the Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray threw for 300, had a big day for the Cardinals. They stormed back and get within a point of tying the game up 34-33 on a Devontae Freeman late touchdown run. And Matt Bryant comes in and misses the extra point. Arizona gets out of there with a win, with a 1-point victory after the longtime place kicker for the Atlanta Falcons misses an extra point and a chance to tie it. And now the Falcons are 1-5. I mean, like, as if you didn't have it good enough.
And I love it
South
on a weekend.
Louisiana, you wake up on Sunday or on Monday morning and the Falcons go wide right on an extra point to tie the game up.
Bad week for the state of Georgia.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
and Florida.
So they're now a soccer state, right?
Yeah, they
I don't
kind
know.
of
They
have
have
been.
place
That's,
kickers that can't
That's
hit field
kind of
goals.
it.
that's the excellent, cruel, ironic twist of Atlanta sports is that their only championship came in the MLS. So they're like
And that's the
forced
only
to have their
sport they
big
sell
football.
out.
Yeah.
Every team that played, I think, in Georgia this week lost.
Oh yeah, the Braves. We're forgetting the Braves get knocked out of the play. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
Ribs, good
Good.
call.
Ribs.
How
You're
about
on
this?
Liar.
My second winner of the weekend, keeping it super simple here, y'all. Ed Ogeron.
Yes.
How about it? So not only does my man now have 7 wins over top 10 teams since 2016, but that is the most in the country, save for Nick Saban and Urban Meyer, who are at 9 apiece. So only one active coach ahead of Edo. It even edges out Dabo Sweeney, who has 6 such wins in that time.
We need that Moscona drop where you settled. You're settling. You're just settling.
Go listen to Song of Purple and Gold. Go listen to the
just
Death
said
of Lady Moscona.
While Tom Herman takes another L over the weekend.
Also this, he said he was going to bring the number 1 offense in the country to LSU. And you legitimately have the number 1
What about
offense
when
in the country.
What about when Burrow in the summer was like, I think they were going to average like 50, 60 points.
Everyone was like,
get
"Ah."
out of here, dude. We just hope y'all can score. And I mean, look at him. I got
Heisman.
one more. I got one more.
I've
we
got one
also-
more
yes.
too. There you go.
I got yours. Go ahead,
Oh, mine. Okay, so you're gonna steal mine. Okay, stay with me here.
Okay.
I think the guy's name is Eliud Kipchoge.
Sounds great.
I don't know, something like that. So basically, he's the guy who ran a marathon this weekend in under 2 hours. First time
Oh
that's
my
ever
God.
happened. Technically, 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 40 seconds. So that is a 4-minute
13
and
miles?
33-second mile.
No,
4-minute, 33-second mile.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, a
He's
full
king
marathon,
again.
half
Man.
Full
marathon?
marathon, 26.2 miles.
26 miles at 4:33 a mile?
Yep. So technically the record doesn't
He's on
count.
PEDs.
Bionic
So, no.
Man.
So he's
Allegedly.
this Kenyan guy.
Chill. Sorry, I'm
bro,
sorry.
good, Jordan.
But I just don't
Come on.
believe it.
He broke his own record. He broke his own record by 2 minutes. It doesn't actually count though. The record doesn't because he used pacers and like a laser pacer to help him know how fast he needed to run. But
Of course, the
technically,
pacers.
That
he
is the
still did it.
weakest excuse for taking away a guy's. Are you kidding me?
He still did it, though.
Because
He
he
did it.
used some electric timing to keep. What? He still did it.
He still did it.
He
And
still
not
did
only
it.
did he do it, someone pointed out this. Like you see people running, like I've run half marathons. You see it like you're crossing the finish line. Some people are crawling across the finish
Yeah.
line, you know, like just trying not to like
Head up, shoulders back. He's just
this
like
guy
gliding
crosses,
through.
This guy crosses the finish line, is like shouting people out, like pointing at people, and like he was fine.
I don't
Shout out to
believe it for a
Elliot.
second. I'm speculative.
Eliud
He's
Kipchoge.
on PEDs. Check him, allegedly.
All
Nate?
right, my second winner. It's great day for cyclists and climate protesters. I love this guy. A former Paralympic cyclist and climate protester glued himself to the top of a British Airways plane on London City Airport on Friday. The man named James Brown reportedly smuggled in a tube of glue and proceeded to glue himself to the jet. This is terrifying and hilarious. I just want to thank this guy for bringing us this image over the weekend. You are a winner, but also nobody do this.
Thank you, Nate. My last one is Justin Jefferson. I don't know why I chose Jefferson out of the offensive bunch because they all shine, but we were talking about guys that could make themselves a lot of money in this game.
Yeah.
And Kayla Vaughn's name came up. Sadiq Charles's name came up.
Yep.
I brought up Justin Jefferson because I don't know if he's given as much credit going into this game as he deserves. I think everybody's talking about him now, but he's Second in the conference in catches. LSU targeted him 10 times on Saturday night. He had 10 catches, 1 touchdown, over 100 yards. It doesn't matter who they play, where they play, when they play. It just seems like number 2 always shows up and always produces. I'm off of speculating about Jefferson's hype and is he real. He's one of the best wide receivers in the country. We talked about it in Whiskey and Wine after the game on Saturday night.
We always talk about NFL potential and draft grade,
forget
whatever.
That, man.
He's one of the
next level. He's good. Jamar Chase's his name came up as a possible Biletnikoff candidate. How could you bring up Jamar Chase's name and not bring up Justin Jefferson in that same conversation? To me, they've got 2 of the best wide receivers in the game.
Also, did you see the post-game pick of Burrow, Jefferson, and Jamar Chase? Did you see it? Where it looks like a rap album cover. Oh, it's one of the most alpha pictures I've ever seen. Spectacular. My final weekend winner, Tiger Stadium. I mean, Saturday night was unreal. The environment. You heard the players and the coaches. The impromptu Gator chomp. Just the vibes walking down the ramps after the game. Everybody in a great mood. The tailgate's going on. The atmosphere. Just everything beginning to end. Tiger Stadium, the big winner this weekend.
All right, those are your weekend winners.